to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Parks and Rec? Okay, where do I begin? You guys got any? We gotta do roll call, please. Oh, sorry. Jump the gun.
Stephen.
Yep.
Daniel.
Yep.
Sam.
Go ahead, Ted. You guys got anything? I have, we just got out of a good meeting. I got 8 vendor forms turned in today that are all confirmed and paid for, so that puts us up to about 15 individual vendors for that side. 5 food trucks. It's looking pretty good on the food trucks. 4 of which are confirmed. We're waiting Zonuts and Lattes. Have you heard back from them? No. Okay. I'm gonna count them as still coming. We'll see the day of. We're gonna have the high school marching band is going to come and play during Fun in the Sun. They're gonna march from the high school down to about the Brick Chapel, do a few songs, turn around and go back. And the chili cook-off is pretty much a go. We've got quite a few people doing that, even though the Lions Club is handling that. But if anybody would like to enter, talk to Alan Finn. He can get you signed up. We've got the judges taken care of. I just handed over the liquor permit, so hopefully that will be taken care of. I think that's about all I got right now.
Our Parks and Rec party, I mean, is the community building part of yours, Parks and Rec?
I'm not speaking with the community building right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that's who I would address when I do. I thought it was him, maybe. It was
No.
you? It'd
Yeah,
be
it would be
you?
me.
No one on the council was part of that? No?
I am.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's about it. Next, I'm gonna have another meeting next week for Fun in the Sun, and we're gonna start organization, setting up how we're gonna have everything set up. So everything looks like it's pretty much coming together. We got permission from the township to use the gazebo for the band, so now it's just getting everything set up and the rest of the stuff paid for.
That's awesome.
Shirts, I did get them. We got the invoice. I have to give that over to Ashley so we can get that taken care of. But other than that, that's all I got. You got anything, Dave?
No, when I get home tonight, I'll put this last form in and then pay the fee. And I should know in a couple weeks.
Okay, perfect. That's all I got. Thank you, guys.
All right. Committee of the whole meeting, roll call please.
Scott.
Yes.
Stephen.
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes.
Sam.
Yep.
Angela.
Yes.
David.
Here. We don't have any prior requests from guests to speak on here. Anybody out there? Nope. Approval of the minutes, July 14th, 2026, Committee of the Whole meeting minutes. Make a motion to approve those. Can I get a second?
Second.
Scott.
Yes.
Stephen.
Yep.
Daniel.
Yes.
Sam.
Yes.
Angela. David.
Yes.
I wasn't here.
Oh, abstain. I'm sorry.
Um,
I didn't hear.
We do not have a fiscal officer report right now. Anything under old business?
Paul McCune from Sarsham, he said that they double paid us for the Fun in the Sun stuff, but there were 2 checks that were cashed. And he said he's fine with that. If we wanna, we could either cut him a check and give the other part of it back, or use it for next year's. He's fine with that too.
Oh, okay.
So.
Ashley, you hear that? I thought I had seen a check. And
Yeah,
when
he
you brought
called
one
me
in,
yesterday, he's like, I'm pretty sure we paid you guys twice. Oh, okay, well, I'll find out tomorrow.
Did you say thank you?
Yeah.
Tell him thank you.
Twice.
Yeah.
Mary, you got something?
No, the t-shirts, are we ordering t-shirts for the employees? I know Brandon talked about t-shirts, getting them and redoing them, putting the emblem on them or logo on them.
Yeah.
But we haven't really finished discussing that. Are we gonna get t-shirts for them?
Yes.
Okay,
is on the top of the to-do list. I've been working on it slowly.
okay,
Just trying to figure out the logo thing. As soon as we get that, the logo, the new logo for the village set, then we can order the t-shirts.
okay,
Hello?
yes.
Council President's report. I attended the transfer of the keys for the new public library, for the Windham branch, at the old bank, so that was nice. Kind of cool to see the vault and all that. I've never really been able to walk through a bank, free will, so that was kind of cool. And then I just saw on Facebook that Lisa Irwin was able to facilitate the sale of the old restaurant building to the Pueblos, so hopefully there's good things come there.
Was it, it's sold or is it?
Yeah, it's sold. When I was on my way here today, they were in there.
His wife is an amazing cook, so if she's putting food in there, it's gonna be great.
Yep.
Did they give a starting date for the library?
Spring of 2027.
2027. They have a, I guess a special library architect that's gonna come in, and they're gonna knock down the walls, to, actually, if you're looking at the tellers to the left, they're gonna knock those down, open it up, keep the one office there, and then probably take some of the teller area out too, so they can open it up. And then the books will be on roller carts, so they can move it around depending on their needs. So.
Can we ask a question at this point or no?
Yeah.
Are we still gonna be responsible for the portion that we've always paid, or they have a mortgage and we're out?
That's a good question.
Okay, I have talked to Mr. Harris, the director, and we no longer have to pay rent at the RFC,
Okay,
but as in-kind services from the village to keep the library, he thought about maybe mowing, plowing, using our employees to just maintain the area in the winter and in the summer.
no more payment,
No more payment.
sounds good.
We haven't discussed that yet, but I had checked before Brandon started, I had checked with the street guy, Matt, and he said he shouldn't see a problem maintaining that little area right there, as that's gonna be our contribution to the library.
Maybe communication.
Let's see what I got. Just, the library, you mentioned that already, and then Mr. Harris told me about spring of 27. We talked about the t-shirts. In your guys' mailboxes, the police reports that you needed to do for the end of the month hiring for the 6 that's on probation, okay? We are having a public meeting for the possible demolition of the community center on Monday, the 17th at 5:30
In
at
6
the
days.
community. The 17th, yeah, Monday at 5:30.
Thanks for the notice, huh? So we can't organize?
It's in there. Ashley did you put the
It's 6
notice
days.
up?
So if you
Well, we have.
try to drum up support in 6 days, Terry, seriously, whatever.
It's at the community center.
August.
Anybody wanted to see.
Good.
5:30
5:30
PM.
PM.
Okay, 5:30 start time, and they'll be able to tour the community center?
Some of it, yes.
That's what I'm asking, because.
Some of it, the east end, you cannot, it's not safe.
Well, I will tell you, I made a call to Ted St. John today, because twice Councilman DeSalvo, Sam, has told me that the mold in there. So I made a call to him, and for 5 years, he kept all of his things in there, mattresses, couches, everything. Said he never had any mold on any of it.
We have,
Out of the east wing, they used it for 5 years for storage.
Well, then, if you didn't have mold, you must have had rat droppings, because that's completely covered
Maybe,
in rat
but
droppings.
that could be solved, because we used to live trap in there, and you folks do
Yeah,
that
and
any
there's actually
longer?
a raccoon that's dead in the live trap in there right now.
Still
Was
Then why
trapped.
isn't getting checked and
It
out,
was,
you know?
It was actually trapped and was left for dead. It died in the trap, so.
That they used to have to check every morning. Ask them. We catch things all the time.
You will be able to walk through, but the east wing is not safe. The floor is not safe.
I know there's a section that's
Yeah.
not, yeah.
So we will, the other sections, yes.
Cool.
Terry,
Yes, Kim.
with respect to the, community building, I had put in a public request to have,
Yeah, it's in the office. I think I saw
it's,
it.
well, and I just got it today,
Okay.
and I was remiss in not picking it up earlier. But, it's not what I had requested. And we had talked about this before. I just think all of us, I wanted to compare, utility bills from, 2019 to 2025, with a focus on the winter months, whether it was December through March,
Yeah.
November through March, to just compare apples to apples from when, what's the word I want? They had, previous administrations, when you were here.
Winterize.
Winterize, thank you.
And shut the
Thank you.
furnace off during the winter.
Right, and turn off the water, and so with the concern of council of with the, utilities being so high,
Right.
good concern, but with what I'm hearing, and I wanted to find out, there's just some miscommunication and why
Okay.
were things changed and why did the rates, there's no reason to have such high utility bills for that. I just wanted to take a
Just really
look.
quick, what I provided you was all that I can find, so unfortunately, prior fiscal wasn't always the same item line for recreation.
For monthly bills?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Don't
so
look at me.
what I provided was everything I
If
was
we
able to
got-
find before I left. I don't know if you requested anything after that,
No,
but some
I
of
didn't.
those item lines, they were not being paid out of their correct accounts, and that happened a lot.
Wow.
It was just trying to fix things as you go,
But-
it's difficult.
Unless things have changed. When you got the bill from Ohio Edison, it told you which account number that was, which building that would have been.
Yeah, so there's
Also, from
3 electric
Ambridge,
accounts
same
for the
deal.
community center. And I had to go, Andrew took me, and I had to find every electric meter that the village is responsible for and recode them when I first got here.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yes, thank you for doing that. Is there a way that someone else can dig and look? I mean, I had financial reports, so did you. Scott's has them, I would think Scott has them for the last 100 years. The thing is when it's closed down, it's not using any gas. We closed it down after Santa came. We didn't open it back up until March or April. You don't let the furnace run all winter long in a vacant building. That's just,
In your file, you
Ridiculous.
should have been given Ohio Edison bill for the last 5 years and then the Dominion one, the Enbridge.
it's the last 5 years, but that doesn't help us when you can't break down what month
Oh, well, that's
it
all that was requested was
Yeah.
for the last 5 years, so that's what I gave you.
I would be interested in seeing
I did
that,
not
and the
receive
records
that.
have to be here
Did you
somewhere.
get the big envelope like Debbie has?
It had a single paper in it. It was
There
not.
should have been the Enbridge and we can talk.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay.
I'd like to have that before the meeting that you're gonna have on the 17th. You don't have a fiscal, so it's probably not possible.
Ashley,
If
We
you
don't know.
If you send me
I
an
mean-
email, I will try to work with Ashley and find that stuff before the meeting.
yeah,
I can't
we
guarantee it, but I
can,
will.
but it's.
Well,
it's
Unless
been-
somebody cleaned out the desk drawers in there, in my old office, they'll still be in there. I didn't take any of that stuff with me.
Brandon, that's your office now.
Just joking, no, I'm just kidding, it's probably still in there.
It probably still is in there,
Probably.
yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
So-
Brandon.
Will you send me an email, clarify what you want tomorrow or tonight, so I can know exactly what we're looking for?
What's your email address?
Administrator,
Oh, at wyndhamvillage.com?
oh.gov,
Oh,
yes.
oh.gov. Okay,
Jim, did you have something else?
I'm just gobsmacked that tearing down the community building was even, and we'll talk about it at the meeting, I guess.
Okay,
But when you don't have the facts, on the cost and what's causing this, and a decision was made without knowing the truth. It's just, that's
It's not just
odd.
the cost that
Sure.
brought that about.
Right, it's.
What is it?
The foundation, the walls, the mice crap, the ceiling tiles falling.
Well, that stuff.
You know, I mean, there's a lot
That stuff
of,
can
there's a
be
lot of
fixed, though.
factors involved in this.
That-
I
that-
know it's sentimental to people here, but it's, you gotta look at it. One day this building is gonna fall.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It stood there since the 1940s. And if you applied for grants, the community block grant money, last year, they ended up giving $300,000 to Ravenna because Windham didn't apply to help with that. You gotta be ahead of the game, guys. There's a lot of money put in that building. An architect told me it would take $3,000 to $4,000 to replace that, and he never said anything other than the foundation in the back, and we got money and we fixed that.
Anything else, Deb?
No, thank you.
It's not just sentimental, and
No, it's not.
it's not sentimental, it's it represents our community, literally, it's our community center.
I understand that, but putting something new and better up that we
With
don't
what?
have to
With
worry
what
about,
money?
that's not a good idea either.
What money?
Am I supposed to read this?
No, you don't have to.
Okay. There is another letter here that we talked about at the last meeting, that the employees wanted me to read, and I didn't do it because council hadn't read them yet. So I have been given permission from everybody to read this. It says, regarding employee concerns and the proper roles of village government. Good evening. This evening I have been asked to read a statement concerning the conduct of the council president. This statement is being presented following the resignation of a former village employee who requested that her concerns, together with those of many of her fellow employees, be placed into the public record. She further requested that the council president consider resigning from his office. The request for resignation is her personal request. It is not a recommendation or determination by this administration, nor is it an action of this council. My purpose this evening is to ensure that the concerns submitted by village employees are acknowledged, enter into the public record, and considered in light of the statutory responsibilities assigned to elected officials under Ohio law. It is important for the citizens of Village of Windham to understand that this is not an isolated personnel complaint. The concerns presented this evening are supported by statements and information provided by a majority of village employees. Although each employee's experience is unique, their statements consistently describe similar patterns of conduct involving interference with village operations, disregard for the established chain of command, disrespect toward employees, inappropriate involvement in executive functions, and actions they believe exceed the lawful authority of an individual council member. The significance of this matter lies not simply in the resignation of one employee, but in the fact that numerous village employees independently reported substantially similar concerns. When viewed collectively, these statements describe what employees believe to be a continuing pattern of conduct rather than isolated incidents. For that reason, these concerns deserve the attention of this council and the citizens we serve. The Village of Windham operates under Ohio's statutory weak mayor form of government, which I don't know who that is. Under this form of government, village council serves as the legislative body of the municipality. Council's authority is exercised collectively through ordinances, resolutions, appropriations, and official action taken during properly convened public meetings. As mayor, serves the village chief executive officer and is responsible for the administration of village government including the supervision of village employees, the execution of village ordinances, and the day-to-day operation of municipal departments. While council has every right and responsibility to establish policy, appropriate public funds, ask questions, and exercise legislative oversight, no individual council member, including the council president, possesses independent authority to supervise village employees, direct municipal operations, assign work, administer village departments, or bypass the established chain of command. The employee statements submitted describe repeated actions that employees believe exceeded those statutory limitations. Employees report that the council president repeatedly involved himself in the day-to-day operations of village departments by directing employees regarding how work should be performed, questioning operational decisions already made by supervisors, contacting employees directly concerning ongoing projects, and attempting to influence work assignments. Employees describe instances involving hydrant flushing, water line repairs, utility locating requests, street department projects, construction activities, and other municipal operations in which they believe the council president attempted to exercise authority reserved for village administration. Employees further report that the council president routinely bypassed department supervisors and contacted employees directly, including while employees were off duty regarding village business. According to the statements submitted, employees were regularly questioned regarding operational matters that were already being managed through the established supervisory structure. Several employees also reported that the council president routinely requested updates regarding the daily operations of village departments. These requests allegedly include inquiries concerning employee assignments, work schedules, project status, departmental priorities, operational decisions, and the activities of other employees. Employees reported feeling placed in the uncomfortable position of providing operational information directly to an individual council member who possessed no supervisor authority over their work. They expressed concern that these requests undermined the chain of command, created confusion regarding reporting responsibilities, and interfered with the orderly administration of village government. Employees also report being repeatedly questioned regarding the work and performance of their coworkers. They describe being asked why certain work had or had not been completed, what other employees were doing, and when projects would be finished. Several employees stated they felt they were expected to report on fellow employees rather than simply perform the duties assigned to them. The employee statements consistently describe a workplace environment in which employees believe they were continually scrutinized, second-guessed, and criticized by an elected official acting outside the established supervisory structure. Multiple employees described repeated interactions that they considered disrespectful, confrontational, intimidating, and demeaning. Employees report feeling that they were not treated as professional public servants, but rather as individuals subject to continual criticism and unnecessary interference. Employees consistently state that this pattern of conduct negatively affected morale, diminished trust in village leadership, and created uncertainty regarding who possessed the lawful authority to direct their work. An important fact reflected in the employee statements is that several of the employees expressing these concerns were originally recommended or supported for employment by the council president himself. This fact is significant because it demonstrates that these concerns do not arise from long-standing personal disagreements or political differences. Rather, these employees state that their concerns developed only after experience of what they perceived to be a continuing pattern of conduct that negatively affected their ability to perform their duties and the operation of village government. The consistency of these independently submitted statements leads additional credibility to the concerns being presented this evening. Employees also expressed concern that the council president discussed individual village employees with members of the public and with other village employees outside of official council proceedings. According to the statements submitted, these discussions included criticism of employee performance, comments regarding individual employees, indirect inquiries directed towards citizens concerning village personnel, and statements expressing a desire to remove certain employees from village service. Whether intended or not, employees report that these conversations damaged professional working relationships, encouraged distrust among coworkers, created unnecessary conflict within village government, and contributed to negative public perceptions of village employees. Employees believe these actions undermined confidence in village staff and fostered unnecessary animosity both within the workplace and throughout the community. Several employee statements further allege that the council president attempted to influence the scheduling or performance of municipal work based upon his personal opinions or relationships with individual residents. According to these statements, employees were asked to perform, delay, or prioritize certain work in a manner they believed was intended to inconvenience or adversely affect residents with whom the council president allegedly had personal disagreements. Employees further expressed concern that municipal services were at times requested or prioritized based upon personal preferences rather than legitimate operational needs or established departmental priorities. If accurate, such conduct would be inconsistent with the fundamental principle that every resident of the village is entitled to fair, impartial, and professional municipal services without regard to personal relationships, political disagreements, or individual disputes. Additional concerns were also reported regarding expectations that village employees perform work benefiting the council president personally while he served in office, as well as statements allegedly expressing an intent to seek elected office for the purpose of removing specific village employees. These allegations are presented as they were reported by employees and are not findings or conclusions made by this administration. If the conduct described by employees occurred as reported, it raises significant concerns regarding adherence to the statutory separation between legislative and executive responsibilities established under Ohio law. Under Ohio Revised Code Section 73110, Village Council exercises the legislative powers of the municipality. Under Ohio Revised Code 733.23, the mayor serves as the chief executive officer of the village and is responsible for supervising village officers and employees and ensuring the faithful execution of village ordinances and state law. These statutes establish that legislative authority and executive administration are separate responsibilities. While council establishes policy and exercises legislative oversight, the administration of village departments and the supervision of employees remain executive functions. Individual council members, including the council president, are not authorized to independently supervise employees, direct daily operations, assign work, or administer village departments outside the authority granted by law. This matter is therefore larger than any disagreement between individuals. It concerns the integrity of the village's governmental structure, the preservation of the lawful chain of command, respect for village employees, and the confidence that both employees and residents place in their local government. The former employee who resigned has requested that the council president resign from office. That request is hers alone and should not be interpreted as a recommendation by the mayor or as formal action by this council. It is presented this evening because she believed the public deserved to hear the concerns that she and many of her fellow employees have expressed. As mayor, I have both a legal and moral responsibility to ensure that every village employee is able to perform his or her duties in a professional environment, free from unnecessary interference, intimidation, public disparagement, and uncertainty regarding who has the lawful authority to direct their work. Public offices carry with it a duty to serve every resident fairly and to treat every village employee with dignity, professionalism, and respect. Employees should never be placed in the position of choosing between following the lawful direction of their supervisors and responding to requests from an elected official who lacks executive authority. Likewise, village services should never be perceived as being administered based upon personal relationships, political differences, favoritism, or retaliation. The confidence of both our employees and our citizens depends upon decisions being made lawfully, impartially, and in the best interest of the village as a whole. It is regrettable that a valued employee believed resignation was her only remaining option. Equally concerning is the fact that a majority of village employees have reported similar concerns. Regardless of differing opinions about these allegations, they deserve careful consideration because they speak directly to the effectiveness of our government and the workplace we provide for those who serve our community. Therefore, I respectfully ask this council to acknowledge the concerns that have been presented, reaffirm the statutory distinction between legislative authority and executive administration under the Ohio Revised Code, recommit to respecting the established chain of command, and take whatever action it deems appropriate to restore the confidence of village employees and the citizens of the village of Windham in their local government. Thank you. That's all my report. Oh, wait a minute, one more. I think I sent this ordinance to you guys. It's for the business requiring licensing. Please look at this. We will be having this up on the next agenda. Okay?
Utilities, Angela?
I got an email from Dave Frank. Now, Danny could probably attest to this, but that's a lot of writings that I don't understand, so, about the PTI application. So as long as you understand it, because I guess she's asking for more than they're going to provide.
Yeah, evidently, I thought I'd given him all that information already.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't, I don't know, but I'll revisit it and I'll make sure he gets what he needs.
Okay, that's good. And I only had a question about how far we have made any steps for hydrant flushing?
I submitted a PO request to order the signs.
Okay.
And the fire chief wants to do it at, towards the end of summer, because it's just a miserable job, no matter when you do it, but
Right.
it's 70 instead of 105.
Right.
So it's definitely on the agenda, and the fire department's gonna be involved with it to test the hydrants when we flush them. Garrettsville Fire Department graciously agreed to allow us to use their hydrant testing equipment.
Oh, nice.
So we don't have to purchase that at this point. We should in the future, but at least we can get something going this year. Those were about, I don't know, $3,000 what they're letting us borrow, so it's a huge help.
Oh, good. No, that's all I have.
Just a question for village administrator. Are we, as far as replacing, the meters, have we started to do that?
It's always continuing. We haven't hit it super hard yet.
I'm one of the houses that needs a new one.
Yeah, it's definitely, Andrew does probably between 1 and 4 a day.
Okay.
And as soon as we get out of the Matt gets done catching up with stuff that we're doing and when the weather's nice, we're all gonna go out and we're gonna do as many as we can until they're complete.
What are we looking at, about 700?
No, there's probably 500 left. There's only
Yeah.
700 total.
Right,
And there's been at least, they said that's between 100 and 200 replaced.
okay,
I
good,
haven't seen the number specifically, but that's what they've estimated.
okay.
Yeah, they need to, villagers need to know to call Marie and set up an appointment to have that done.
Did you call Scott?
I did not, I did a while back,
As
A
soon
while
as,
ago?
yeah.
as soon as we get everybody on board, we're gonna have
Before
letters.
months ago.
We're gonna go knock on doors, so if they don't schedule it, we're gonna go find them and knock on the door and give them
Okay.
notice. that
I'll
they
call
have
the
to.
schedule.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I don't know if I'm allowed to ask this, but under utilities, did you guys have any luck finding that water line leak?
No,
That came back out?
yes, we think we didn't know that it was, Andrew was under the impression that it was plastic or, ductile. And it's, when we got down to it, it's AC, and that changes how the correlator works. And so he came back and he recorrelated it, and it changed the whole game, and we were on either side of it from what we seen. So we dug 2 holes, and so we weren't wrong, but we weren't close enough. So that's scheduled to come to re-dig up on Thursday. And Ohio Rural Water is actually gonna come, he's gonna come out here on Thursday. So when we start digging, if anything changes, we're gonna be on it right then, so it'll be fixed on Thursday, hopefully.
And did we get re-signed up for the yearly cost?
Yes, it's all been submitted. We actually got a certificate, Andrew got a certificate today that says we're active members. I don't think the check has been wrote yet because there's a backlog of things, but it's definitely it's in the process.
Wonderful. Yes. Finance, Stephen.
Is there any update on the supercomputer thing that Ted St. John has? I know
He hasn't called back yet. Yeah, he said he's gonna let his computer run, and if anything pops up that the village might be able to use as a grant, he will let me know.
That's all I wanted.
Stephen, I did have a Horseshoe Diner. I was trying to find a place up here.
Okay.
So if anybody knows of a building or anything, they tried to open up in the plaza and didn't get any cooperation. So they want to put a breakfast, lunch place up here.
Do you have their contact info?
I do in my truck, so I'll put it in your mailbox.
Okay.
All right. Motion to enter executive session pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual unless the individual requests a public hearing. I'll make that motion. Anybody want a second?
I'll second.
Stevens?
Stephen? 6:38. Scott?
Yes.
Stephen?
Yep.
Daniel?
Yep.
David?
Yes.
Angela?
Yes.
Sam?
Are we inviting the village administrator in?
Yes.
Anybody you want to invite in?
So I'm good.
Okay.
I'm still here.
All right.
It was a light.
All right. Returning to session, service, Samuel?
I have some things that I'm working on in the background that I'm not really ready to discuss yet. So.
Okay.
Wait a
Is that
minute,
it?
one more. Jogga paving, nothing yet?
I've heard nothing from them. I'll reach out to them tomorrow and see what's going on.
You said they have 120 days?
They have 60 days from August 1st.
Oh, 60 days. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but they did say the first week of August.
And they said rain days were pushing back, and we did have quite a few rain days there.
They do get rain
No,
days.
okay.
Economic, Scott?
Yeah, I'm gonna get ahold of Stephen. Just heard about somebody that's interested in looking for
Brick and mortar?
a facility to put a restaurant or diner. I can also reach out to them and see what we can do to facilitate that and see what's out there that's available. So I'll do that.
Scott, you should also go see, is it Anthony Paolo?
Yeah.
Palumbo? He
He
bought
just got the
Gildan.
building.
Yeah.
Anthony and Sheree.
Is he gonna, does he say what he was using it for?
I haven't
He has
spoken
to
to him.
go
I
at
didn't
some
either.
point
I just saw him.
I had an
in
officer
front of
stop
us
by there this morning
before they
and
open
talk
up the
to, I
business
believe,
and
the
tell us
the
what
white
we're doing.
lady. And she
Okay.
was thinking about a
But
sandwich shop.
it should be,
They were in there painting, he just stopped and just to see what's going on, and she's like, we're thinking about putting a sandwich.
Sorry, Scott, Mike does this to me all the time too.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Interrupt you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott.
Sandwich shop, Scott.
good.
Yeah, he said, somebody commented on it, they're excited about what's ahead. Their plan is to turn this building into a restaurant that we hope will become a place the whole community can enjoy. Somewhere to grab great food, bring the family, see familiar faces, and feel at home.
It'd be
Her
fantastic.
food is amazing.
So that was,
Cheers.
I
that was
highly
posted
recommend it.
on
They're great
Lisa
people.
Irwin's
Great
Facebook
people.
post, it just sent to me.
Fantastic.
Planning commission,
Yeah, Mayor, you got anything for plan? There's a meeting, right? August 20th?
August 20th at 6 o'clock for the planning commission. I'll make sure Jennifer, you know.
Was it
Yeah.
6? I thought it
Okay.
was 5:30.
Let Bert
Great.
know. Yeah,
There was 2 parcels being combined, right?
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Smiths, Mr. Smith's, it's on Maple Grove. Both
His
parcels.
daughters should be going in soon, right?
Should be,
Yeah, because we did that a couple weeks ago. didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Where is that?
On the
Maple
corner, yeah, Maple Grove and Community.
That's the one that's going in soon. Her name is Sabrina Smith. She bought the, community right there, that first little parcel, and then the one on Maple Grove across from KT. Her dad bought the 2 that's right next to it. That's the one we're replatting on August 20th. He's building a, ranch there.
Thank you.
I need to check on Stephanie, if she's still having trouble with the sewer and water across from the police station. She's building there.
Yeah, because the sewer has to go under the road, right?
No,
No?
and they found 2
Yeah, there
whatever
should be,
called
there should be
Laterals.
something tie in there.
laterals, thanks.
Yeah, I didn't say that the buildings were there, so they had sewer there.
Should be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chief?
Night out was a success. It was very nice. Thank you to all who came and helped out. We were able to get 6 radios from the Highway Patrol. So we had put in for a grant to get radios and we got funded for them, but the federal government hasn't given out their funding yet, so we weren't able to get them. And the end of this month, they're supposed to be, the radios that we had, the old ones, are supposed to not be able to work with the system that they have, the MARC system. So we're gonna transition over to, these are actually really nice. I don't know why, the state must have a lot of money. Because they're very nice and they got wireless handheld mics to go with them. So, and they charge in the cars. So they're nice. We'll still have to fulfill the grant that we did, but with that, we should have more than enough radios if we have a major incident or something. So,
Are they on the network?
yeah, well, we gotta get them flashed over.
Okay, so I just know they sent out that March email about if they
Yes.
weren't by July, they're dead.
So they're not, they extended it because they keep extending it, but we are gonna be in a good position because we just gotta find somebody to flash them now.
Drug County did all of ours, so they might be a good resource for it.
Okay,
I think it's Eric Wright, I believe, if he was still in charge of it,
okay.
can handle that.
The sheriff's office also has programming capabilities too.
Even better and closer.
The impound lot, we have some cars. We want to get the Facebook thing up and open, but I don't wanna do it and not have it done correctly. So we'll probably use Gov Deals and have to pay the premium or whatever they have to pay for that to do the first couple auctions that we do, just to make sure it goes right and there's nothing that comes back on us. I did talk to him about doing the fire hydrants at the same time. Would you guys like us to do that? And if we do, I would like to do one at a time and not the lot. And just take a basic, we looked at, it should be like 300 pounds for a hydrant with the stem. So if we do the scrap price and set that as the minimum, if somebody wants to pay that, we're not losing anything.
Oh, selling fire.
Yeah.
Like broken
Old
ones.
ones, yeah.
Okay.
And he wants to keep
Yeah, throw
keep
them in.
one. So if they don't sell, we can always scrap them,
Yeah.
but we can try.
Yeah.
Now, does that have to come to us?
You guys
to
did.
release
You did.
for the Facebook, right?
So we'll
I
post
mean-
it, but you guys already voted to get rid of those back at the beginning of the year, I believe, as part of the old.
Okay.
We can
That's
look
what I
and
mean,
make
'cause
sure-
we have to obviously allow the inventory release.
Yeah, so I think that was on the last one, but we might wanna make sure.
There was some other stuff too, like weed eaters and stuff, and that was one we heard of.
Yeah, so she's got the list so we'll look at it and see what was on it, and if it's there, we'll get with him and post it, so we can see if we can make some money off it, or at least recoup some of it. I'm still looking into the siren. It looks like it's not gonna be as much as everybody thought it was gonna be. I haven't heard back from them, but last time I heard it wasn't even a quarter of what they thought it was gonna be. And I started looking into, honestly, I've been looking for generators for it, and I found some on some auction sites, and you can get a 56 kilowatt generator, which would run pretty much a ton of stuff for $3,000 to $4,000 at some of these auction sites. So, it would probably be well worth it. We could run the police department, we could run whatever we need to run off of it, the siren. So, I'll keep that in mind.
I don't have the whole story, but Jeff Sheehan got generators for water and wastewater in Garrettsville from a government surplus auction. Maybe that's something he has information about. That we can, because they were like low hours, brand new, out of service things.
So from my understanding is this siren was already re-equipped with some of the new hardware. The only thing it doesn't have is like the dial up to have the weather service set it off automatically yet.
It has the VHF capabilities, because when I was still in the fire department, we could, I think it was channel, or whatever the code was.
With the radio?
Yeah, you set it off with the radio.
So it might have the weather radio because that's VHS as well. So it might set it off if we get a tone. The basic gist of it would be moving it, getting it wired, and the pole.
Which Brandon was already, he was working on that with, was it, Scotchman?
I haven't called Gotchman yet, because that's when he took over.
Okay.
But I got a verbal quote for a crane company, which a crane company was $223 an hour with a 4-hour minimum. And I can't imagine that they coming from Canton, the 8 hours max to them to come up here, take it down, put it back on the new post and go back home. So a couple of $1,000 or something for a crane truck.
And I'm thinking, and don't hold me to it yet, but we're gonna be under the $20,000 range to have it up and going. That's probably making it higher than what it would be for the pole, because you gotta buy a new pole, you can't use a used one. And then I don't know what it's gonna cost. I don't know if it's a 3-phase or a single phase.
I believe that's
It is
3-phase.
So we'd probably have to reduce it to a single phase, but that's really, it's a lot harder to go 2 single than it is to go to 3. So, and if we tie it into the building, obviously our
If you buy
portion
the
will
right
take care
generator, I
of
imagine you could just leave it 3-phase.
technically
Because your generator will have different.
outputs.
Right.
So, but I would definitely take and pay for our portion to tie into the building so we have electric when we have no power.
Even if the generator had to start for the siren to run, I'm sure Scotchman could make it do that automatically.
Yeah, well, it should
Wouldn't be a bad
once a
option.
week, it should start by itself.
Well, no, but like if just for the siren to sound off, the generator could run for 10 minutes and be fine.
Yeah. So I'll look into it, I'll get you more hard numbers on it and see if it's something we can do, or even if we wanna put something together to try to fund it through donations.
Right.
Now, also on this notification system, GoGov obviously rolled out the new iPaws integration. And they recommended we try the geofencing. It wasn't working. There's a lot of people mad because we included Trumbull County, but it was just the way it was, so I threw it out because Trumbull had a tornado watch or whatever. So we just did Portage with the geofencing, but it wasn't sending any out. So I actually went in yesterday, removed the geofencing, and just typed in Portage County. So I apologize if Deerfield gets one and we don't, or Aurora gets a tornado watch and we don't. And like the people get it, but at least we're being notified.
Can we do like west and north of here and here?
Yeah, we can if the geofence works. I'm gonna open another ticket
Okay.
And there's something wrong with the geofence. If the geofence part works, that does do that. You can set the square, you can make a square wherever you want it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work.
It's just not alerting because
Yeah.
for some reason, it's all new. So I removed that and just put Portage County in there because,
Right now, you'd just rather have
Something
it.
better.
yeah, at least have something.
Yes.
So
All right,
we are working on it. It's just, it's new.
okay. That's all I got.
All right, did anybody get anything from Mary?
The only thing I haven't got off of housing and all that, but we did meet with Nick from the plaza, the owner of the plaza the other day. Angela and I and Mary did. He's willing to renovate the plaza. Mary gave him 30 days to get it done, or we're gonna start finding him every day. But he said he's willing to sell it.
Which plaza? 'Cause
That's the big plaza.
Sparkle's already been set for sale multiple times under different
Yeah, but
real
this-
estate agents. And the glass has been broke with still outside access.
30 days.
Okay.
He said that would be fixed in 2 weeks, so we'll see.
Yeah, and that was just
So I
last
don't-
Monday.
I was gonna talk to Mary, but I'll let you guys know. Somebody told me that the laundromat has been open, but there's no gas.
There isn't, that's why the
So,
hairdresser had to leave.
They're going in there and trying to dry their clothes and putting money into the machines, and it's not working correctly, it shouldn't be open.
He's aware.
No gas, no hot water.
He is
Well,
aware.
that's kind of theft by deception.
Yeah, because Heidi said that there was no hot water either.
No.
So you can't run that, we should probably talk to somebody about not having it open, because you can't take people's money if the service isn't provided.
I thought it was locked. I didn't know it was open.
No, it's not open.
There's a guy that, the other day when I went in and talked to the owner of the swim shop.
That is fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or at least
it is.
put something up, like dryers do not work.
Oh,
or
it's written
something.
all over them. You know,
Oh.
they don't work. I'm like, why even have it open? The majority of the utilities don't work. Oh, yeah, we've
Okay.
worked.
All right, I just wanna make sure you guys are aware of it, and if I get a report of something like that going on, we're gonna have to do something about it.
Yep,
Lock it down.
absolutely.
Look, zoning, take a look at that, and then if it's not like it is, we should shut it down.
She could tell him to lock it.
Yeah,
Yeah, nothing works in there.
that is.
The lights.
Village administrator?
I have a few things. Last week, Matt and myself and, pretty much all the service guys, went out and swept North Main, South Main, East Center and Wilburn. They're not perfect, but they're much better than they were.
Very nice.
There were probably 8 or 10 dump trucks of fine, super heavy dirt. It was actually,
Wow.
you didn't realize how much dirt there was till you started sweeping it up.
I think that should be a yearly thing, I think that's great.
Yes, it'll take a lot longer. We can explore purchasing one of those that have some different attachments on it if we like it. They're
$500.
we rented it for $500.
Well, I saw them on auction for $500.
Oh, that's true, that'd be great. The one that we rented, that one's about $14,000 to purchase it, which it's a lot, but at $500 a pop, we could probably use it for 3 or 4 more weeks this year. But that's a future conversation for sure. There's 3 broken windows in what we're calling the street garage now, the building across from the water plant. I've gotten 2 quotes I got 1 quote to buy new window sashes. They were $3,400, something like that. Does that sound right? That's just to get the window sashes from Anderson Windows, which is crazy. Matt got a quote to install windows, whole new windows, everything, $1,700. And then on Monday, someday, there's a place from around coming out that they can order just the double panes and repair the ones that we have. So I'm waiting for that quote to come in. Hopefully that one's cheaper yet.
Do we need windows?
They're already there. We're not adding them. If you take them out, it's the office area of the street light, so it would be like a dungeon if you didn't have windows.
Have you been in this building?
Yeah, there's no lights in that wall. There's lights. There's not that much. It'd just be terrible. That's what we're trying to get it down as far as we can, but
Even if we framed in 2 and left 1 window,
there are only 2 windows.
well, you said there were 3.
There's 4 window sashes. There's 2 sashes per window.
Oh, okay.
The school reached out to us last week with Andrew. If they don't have water at the concession stand, we determined that it's a broken service line after our curb stop. So tomorrow, we're going to go help them dig that up and repair it, provide whatever we can. Hopefully just manpower and a machine, but we're getting into that.
Which, concession stand?
The one by the,
High school or the one in the park?
no, which, the
There's
Athletics
stands
or the
or
band?
the one on the opposite side, by the fuel tanks.
It's by the bus garage.
So that one has fuel tanks right there.
Okay.
So be careful, say it.
Yeah, they're on the ground?
No, they're above ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh, yeah.
saying that for reference, that's where.
Gotcha, okay. And then Verizon Connect, the mayor wanted us to look into canceling it. I looked into that, we can cancel it. I think it's a council thing to affirm that to be canceled. I don't know how do you want to proceed with that? The mayor and I agree that we don't need it.
It never came before council either. It was kind of a secretive thing to look and see what employees were doing. And actually, correct me if I'm wrong, chief, the individuals were actually told it was the insurance company installing the system on the cars.
Are we talking about the tracking?
Yeah. So council never approved the contract because it was done under secrecy, so that way the employees didn't know they were being tracked. I'm all for canceling it.
Me too.
Chief, are you okay with that?
What is the cost, and does it save us any money on the insurance?
I think the one time we seen the bill that we were signing was $165 a month.
The bill I seen was like 187 or something like that.
So the only thing I would say is, obviously ours are a little different, because we'll go after a car or something, but if it's actually getting us a discount, or it's breaking even or better, then I'm not saying it's good to have the GPS on it, but if it's helping us dollar-wise, I have only accessed it once, and I didn't know that I even had access to it. So, it's not a bad thing to have if, and quite honestly, I don't know anybody in here that's gonna do anything wrong. So if I have somebody complain about an officer saying they did something, and I have to access it, and it tells me that they didn't do it, that helps me. And it might be same for whoever's driving a truck somewhere.
I would just say that,
And I mean, you could throw it out to the employees too, if they feel like we're big brother watching them at that point, then maybe we don't do it just to make sure that they feel better about it.
Can we just take it on the police cars instead of the employees' cars?
Yeah, we can cancel any amount or all of them, any of them, leave his on it.
If it's gonna cost us money, I'd say just get rid of them, but
Right.
if it's giving us a discount somewhere, then it might be worth it.
It's
step
not
one,
connected
check
to
with
PUD.
It's
insurance.
not?
No, it's not.
Can we?
I don't have that answer.
Okay.
Two, if we're gonna keep them, make sure employees know that those tracking devices are there. Obviously, after this meeting.
They do know now,
Yeah,
My opinion is get rid of them.
yeah.
All of my employees knew that they had them on there, so it wasn't a surprise, they knew it already.
if you know it's on there, it's not a big deal.
But like you said, we can check with the insurance if you're
Yeah.
getting a little
If
extra.
it's costing us money, I don't see a need for it.
Yeah.
So we'll do that this week or next week, and then we'll just let them know, and if we'll do it, we'll proceed to canceling it. If not, we'll come back next city council and tell you what happened.
But you
We're
did
saving us
see-
money.
So the wireless that we have in the cars and stuff, they're not canceling, correct?
That's a completely different bill.
Okay, I just wanna make sure.
No, that's on the Verizon bill, the attack, that's not the
Yeah.
connector separate.
Okay.
Okay, anything else, Brendan? Any other council members?
Nothing.
Public?
I like it. I think the GPS is good. I mean, I really do.
It's not the worst thing, it's just,
No,
it's a lot of
think
money, it's a
about
lot
it.
of money.
You know, I mean, it's minimal, right? Cost-wise, look at it, but as somebody who's had all their kids on Life 360, I'm all for that, you know? I mean, really. And if somebody has a problem with it, then, I mean, everybody should know, but even on the newer vehicles, you have GPS automatically. You might not have the other little bells and whistles, but any new vehicle you buy, automatically you can look up GPS on your phone. So I don't see, I mean, if somebody didn't know and they felt they were being
Right.
Look, I can see their initial shock, but when you look at the big picture, in my opinion, you know, it's modern technology. It's not Big Brother, it's just, there you go.
Well, what's the purpose of it though? To have a tracker on it?
What officer, chief said?
It does, it checks if they go over the speed limit, it'll send an email and said the employee was speeding or not speeding, it shows where they've been. It shows how much fuel's in the truck, when the oil was changed last, how many hours are on it, how much gas it's wasted when it's been idling. It does a lot of things, it just,
I think that'd be a little extensive for such a small community. If you have like a construction company or something and we're traveling.
you lose trucks.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you're driving.
We have pretty
70.
trustworthy employees, they can find each other.
I mean, yeah, I don't think that.
I agree with
That's
you.
necessary.
If it's saving us money on insurance, fine, it's a minimal thing, but if not, just get rid of it.
I agree, that's what, we'll look into that and that's what we'll go.
And I'll be honest with you, when they did put that in, they actually went to the water plant and told them they were doing it and didn't know that it was gonna be some big thing, so I think it was all out there when it started anyway. Just not the council, and I didn't know that.
Anything else?
All right. Motion to adjourn at 7:44.
Second.
Scott?
Yes.
Stephen?
Yeah.
Daniel? David?
Yes.
Angela?
Yep.
Sam?
Yep.
Motion passes. Yeah.